piece you just heard, I used a Wonder Keys resource for Handel's Passacaglia on the pop staff, and I got to improvise a left hand part for that famous right hand melody. Now, it's pretty cool that Handel's Passacaglia was actually written in the 1700s, and we're still enjoying it 300 years later. And of course, we're not playing it today on a harpsichord, we're actually going to be playing it on the piano. So I hope you'll enjoy creating your own arrangement for this, and there is a free sheet music and pop staff styled lead sheet for you. I'll link that in the video description with thanks from the team at Wonder Keys and Teach Piano Today. So when you see that piece, here's a few little tips to get you started. One of the things I do love about this piece is that we can follow these famous sequences. So you'll see that we have this octave pattern that spans from C to C to get started, and we go C, C. Then we're going to be going down the scale. B, C, A, C, G, F, E, D, C. So I love that we get to use also this rocking motion, the side-to-side motion with our forearm rotation, and so that also will keep your wrist rocking gently and shouldn't feel rigid or tight. So the other tip I like to have with this before we begin is that yes, you'll have an open, relaxed hand for the octave, but then I love to have students draw their hand into a comfortable position over the keys and not keep it overextended, because you go C, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. And you can see that that gives you this motion. Then you're going to move that pattern down, and it's going to span the B to B octave and still all the white notes, and it's go. With the same technique, then we're going to go A. Then it has this little cadence kind of idea. So that will get you started with the melody. And that is so worth putting some time in and practicing. So the next thing we'll be looking at is that on your tip sheet from Wonder Keys, you'll see that in the one chord measures, if there's only one pop staff symbol, like an A minor for instance, you can try creating an accompaniment. So you might use pattern 1 that goes 1, 2, 1, 2, or pattern 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, or pattern 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and I should say pattern 3, sorry, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and I use that one quite a bit. I also changed it up a little bit, and you can watch the video again and see, okay, what did I do with my left hand? How did I use what I was given, and how did I change it as well? You can mix and match these patterns to create your own. The other thing to watch for is there's a few areas in this piece that have 2 chords per measure, like when we come to here. Now, in those measures, you can't fit as many notes in. So for me, I decided to go . 2, 3, 4. I just did one note there. But you get to change it to fit with the rhythm of the right hand and see what you want to do for your patterns. The other thing that's very valid is if the right hand feels busy enough for you, it can be great to just hold the left hand in its solid pattern. So you'd have A minor, D minor, G major, C major, F, D minor, E, and A minor. So it's also great practice to practice just moving your left hand to create those different harmonies. The other thing I had fun with is in measure 9, if you print out your piece, you have again these open octaves to start with C to C. But now instead of going from the top downwards, you're going to create a pattern that moves upwards. I'll show you what I mean. C, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So again, I'll play it one more time. Then we move it to B. And we walk it all the way up. A, walking up. And this little cadence idea again at the end. So I love that we're using a sequence again of octave apart C's going down, B to A, and all the notes in between. And again, I like to extend the hand, C, C, and then close it up so it's comfortable, rocking back and forth. And so that's that little bit of that lateral motion to keep that really free and comfortable. And of course, your teacher may have different ideas that are very, very valid. So I always suggest listening to your teacher, but hopefully those will be helpful to you as well. So the next thing we have is you can create your own ending. We have and I chose a bit more stillness on some of those sections as it sounded so mysterious. So I hope you have a lot of fun with this piece. I hope you enjoy creating a style of your own, and you can use the patterns provided, but you can also do a wide variety of things using the triad patterns, using those harmonies, and getting started with improvising.